Welcome back to the Suitest Solvers. My name is Lisa, and this is my sweet mate Sinclair. We're running a series in which we discuss murder mysteries and conspiracies and try to get to the bottom of what really happened.
In today's episode, we'll be talking about the death of JonBenét Ramsey, a 6-year-old girl who died 25 years ago and whose killer remains unsolved today.
The story starts off with 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey, daughter of JonBenét and Patsy Ramsey. She was a kindergarten student who often attended pageant shows through the encouragement of her mother. Christmas was always a special time for kids, especially kids of her age, but on December 25th of 1996, she had been beaten, strangled, and murdered.
Patsy Ramsey dialed 911 at 5:52 a.m. She was panicking on the phone. She was describing a ransom note she found on the top of the stairs and told the 911 operator that her daughter was gone. The ransom note was 3 pages long and asked for $118,000 specifically. This number seemed to coincidentally match the Christmas bonus her father had just received.
Police rushed onto the scene within minutes. However, a detective did not come onto the scene until around 8 a.m., and the body wasn't found until 1 p.m. by the father. She was covered in duct tape, and her wrists and neck were wrapped in a white cord and part of a paintbrush. Her skull appeared to also be fractured. Her torso was wrapped in a white blanket, and although there was no semen found in or on her body, a sexual assault had occurred and her vagina had been wiped clean. When JonBenét Ramsey found his daughter's body, he was so distressed, he picked her up and carried her upstairs to show everyone what he had seen.
There are many things wrong with the way the crime scene was investigated. First of all, the only room blocked off for JonBenét's people could just peruse around the house as they pleased. And the Ramseys even had visitors come in and out of the house to show support, but it still just ended up making the crime scene too chaotic. And another mistake was in the fact that the officers did not take the parents' full statements on the day of the crime.
The coroner found pineapple in her system, along with condensed milk. Her parents didn't recall her eating any pineapple, but the fingerprints on the bowl matched the fingerprints of her older brother, Burke. Burke couldn't have done anything because, according to her parents, he was asleep at the time.
All right, but pineapple and condensed milk,
I don't know.
that's just weird.
I don't know where that mix came
That
from.
makes me sick.
I don't think they drank the milk. I think they dipped it. But either way, I think that's nasty.
Whoever gave her that should just go to jail for that alone. That's just nasty.
Burke.
There are a number of theories of what could happen. It was either an intruder, the local mall Santa, a teacher from Thailand, the family housekeeper, or her family. There was a smashed window leading to the basement and an unknown footprint in front of it, but there was a cobweb suggesting that no one could have really went through it. And the local Santa's name was Bill McReynolds, and he had just lost his 9-year-old daughter to a kidnapping as well, and he had given JonBenét a card with the message, "You will receive a special gift after Christmas." Pretty sus, right?
Because it happened after
And the
Christmas.
housekeeper didn't even have an alibi.
She did not
Wouldn't she
an
have
alibi.
seen John's pay stub?
JonBenét's
Yes.
pay stub.
Or know the family schedule?
He would have. She would have.
How you work in the house?
How you work in the house and not know the family schedule?
Make it make sense.
In 2006, John Mark Carr, a teacher from Thailand, confessed to the murder of JonBenét. He gave a lot of gruesome details about drugging, raping, and accidentally killing her, but none of the DNA samples matched, and there were no contents of drugs in her system. Apparently, he also tried to transition to a woman in order to get closer to young girls in a child sex cult.
What do you gain?
Yeah, really. So that just leaves the family as the main suspects.
This case had a large spotlight in the media, and most people accused the parents, especially since the investigators were convinced that the ransom note was in the mother's handwriting. She was dumb for that.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Like, you might as well just write on your head it was
You're
me.
supposed to cut out the magazines.
Exactly.
I know how to be a killer.
I don't know what that means.
Not a killer.
The father made a beeline to the basement and picked up the body, took off the duct tape and wrapped her in the blanket so quickly, tampering with all evidence. I'm sorry, I don't care if you're related to me or not. I'm not touching you if you're all like black and blue and whatnot.
And, like, okay, I watched the documentary and like when he picked her up, like she was full on rigor mortis.
Yeah.
I don't know if you took forensics, but that's like when they're stiff. And like carrying your stiff child, oh my God, no, I couldn't do that. I would just scream and be like, police, come look at this.
Right?
Why would I carry that? I just called my child that.
They were interrogated within the 4 months of the child's death, but were indicted in 1999.
What? That is so stupid.
And they died like 2 years after, I think?
No, the mother died 2 years after of ovarian cancer. A bunch of people were like, that's so suspicious that she just dies right after she got indicted. You can't just give yourself ovarian cancer. I'm sorry. Like, I know that she was sus. Honestly, my theory is the dad did it. I think the dad killed her.
You can't just cancer your way out of life. You can't do that.
You can't just cancer. I can't even say that. That sounds awful. I don't want to say that. But, no, I genuinely think it was the father. I think the dad killed JonBenét and then, like, made the wife, like, help him out of it. Because, like, people were saying that when they first appeared on the scene and they were, like, questioning the parents, they seemed so distant from each other. And, like, I don't want to get in their business. Like, maybe they just didn't have, like, a great
Forget
marriage.
their business. This is our business.
I mean, yeah, it is
You
kind of our
possibly
business.
killed your child.
They definitely, it was definitely the father. I think it was the father, at least. And then the mom's just like, I have to defend my husband. And then the son, Burke, is just standing there with his bowl of pineapple, like, if I was Burke, I would never touch another pineapple in my life.
Burke is so sus. Like,
Okay.
You ever seen the interview with him with Dr.
Burke
Phil?
is terrifying. I'm gonna put a picture of Burke here. Burke is literally terrifying. During his interviews, he was like laughing, didn't give a care.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, they came in yelling and screaming. Like, why are you smiling while we're calling that?
He's like, I was so scared my dad was gonna have to shoot somebody. There was police there. You were scared, but why are you laughing
But
about
here
it?
goes Dr. Phil defending him, saying, oh, he was a very sheltered child, so that's why he's awkward.
No, but I saw...
You're just insane.
I saw, like, not like, I don't want to say interrogation, but basically, when he was 9, he was interrogated, kind of, by police. But the whole time they're asking questions about, oh, do you know how your sister died, and blah, 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 and, like, all this. He had, like, I don't know what they're called, like an abacus? You know those abacuses that... Oh, no, it wasn't an abacus. It was, what's that game where you ask a question?
Mancala?
It's like, it's with the people. And,
oh. Who's who?
Oh, yeah. So he had
Mancala.
he had a guess who game, and he was just like flipping it on his head, like hitting himself on the back with it. And like, sure, when I was 9, I did dumb stuff. I had fun all the time. I was very imaginative. But if there was a police officer in front of me, I don't think I would have done that still, even when I was 9. I was terrified of adults, though.
The one, I think, so something that, there was like this one theory that Burke was roughing her up and then the parents had to hide it. Like he like accidentally killed her and then the parents had to hide it somehow.
Burke is my runner-up assumption. The only reason why I would blame well, maybe all 3 of them were in on it. Honestly, I definitely think the mother wrote the ransom.
Yeah.
No matter what, the mom played cleanup. Because no matter what, I think the mom played cleanup because that's what moms do. They always like defend their family and all that.
But can we talk about the dumb theory that people were saying that Katy Perry?
Okay, let's talk about this. Some people think that JonBenét Ramsey is actually Katy Perry because they have a stunning resemblance.
And they took a picture where they have the same colored hair and was like, just look at it.
No, but they also had a different picture where it was just because like both of their foreheads were out. You know what I mean? And so it was like...
So they have big foreheads, so that means that they're each other.
No, but they were like, they have the same bone structure.
Yeah.
But like, it was kind of because of the foreheads, I think. I do not think JonBenét is Katy Perry.
I can pull like 8 girls from this campus that look exactly like her.
Like Katy Perry?
No, like JonBenét. Like...
I don't know why I thought you meant Katy Perry.
No one looks like Katy Perry.
No, but like if you find any blonde hair, blue-eyed girl, you could be like, is JonBenét. No, it's definitely not.
You could be JonBenét.
I'm JonBenét. I have to tell you.
It's crazy.
I'm not JonBenét. I have brown hair and brown eyes naturally. But here's the thing, like, you get your daughter involved in like the pageant scene very young, right? Her mom used to be in pageants, and that's a lot of attention on your child, and your child's wearing a lot of like revealing clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
so
like bound to have like attract weirdos, unfortunately.
Yeah, and so I get how there could be theories that it was other people, because like I think they said that the mall Santa was kind of like obsessed with her because she had such a bubbly and happy personality and all that.
If someone gave my child a note like that, I'd be like, what are you talking about? After Christmas? Don't do all
I
that.
don't know about. Well, I don't know about after Christmas because that would be weird. One time a mall Santa told me he was gonna give me a can of soup, and then I did get a can of soup. But I think that's because I told my mom what he said to me. What I don't understand about the brother theory, I understand like the brother probably, theoretically the brother could have gotten a little like handsy with his sister, but I don't know if a 9-year-old is capable of strangling and
What if you like just
beating
pushed
a
her down
girl.
the stairs or something?
Push her down the stairs?
Yeah.
I still don't think that's like because she only got fractured in her skull. Like there was no like I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but like big marks on her body except for where she was tied, strangled, and like fractured.
I just feel like whoever killed her did the most. Like there's just a lot going. Like paintbrush, like that, I mean,
Okay,
no one
I
should
don't
kill
understand-
anybody, but that was just a
I don't
lot.
understand how the paintbrush thing works because the paintbrush was apparently taken from the mother's painting kit. So like it's like a regular.
And there's no way all that was going on. Everybody was sleeping peacefully and soundly.
Man, the window was broken. Here's the thing about the window. I don't know how they got the footprint because the footprint was, they like matched the footprint to everyone's feet, but it didn't match anyone's feet. So it's just this unknown footprint, but there's only one. So somebody
was just hopping.
So somebody just put their foot down, pressed on it, and then like lifted it up and was like.
Oh yeah, and then that picture of them frolicking out of the cemetery together. Remember that picture of the cemetery?
It wasn't a cemetery. JonBenét Ramsey and Patsy Ramsey, during a questioning in I think like 2000 or something, they took a lunch break, and then there was like a lot of like paparazzi, people taking pictures, people asking them questions, and they were crossing the street holding hands, like
frolicking.
they literally were like running but smiling and laughing. So like that's not.
I mean, I don't expect you to be in shambles for the rest of your life, but like at the same time.
But at the same time, while you're being ambushed by paparazzi thinking that like you killed your 6-year-old, I would probably keep a straight face, even if I was running across the street. Those are our theories on what happened to JonBenét Ramsey. Let us know what you think.
And join us next time when we solve our next crime.